Hi, this is Woody, the Unexceptional Gamer, bringing you a tour of Estate. So I know a few spots on Estate that you may not have seen before, or maybe you've seen them all before, but I'm hoping that you at least see one thing that's new to you and it becomes worthwhile. So the first thing I wanted to show you is this greenhouse. Not everyone knows that you can get on top of the greenhouse. If you just go up to it and jump, then it kind of looks like it's not going to work. But it does, you just have to be persistent. If you walk up to this thing and mash the jump button, work sideways a little bit, you'll get up there every time. So that wasn't as smooth as I sometimes get. I'm going to do it again. Walk up to this thing, hit the jump button like a little kid with no talent whatsoever, and you'll get up. No trouble. So from the top of the greenhouse on this side, you have a nice view of these Charlie windows. From over here, you have a couple of things to see. One is inside the house, so you can get a view inside the house and clean out the second floor to some extent. The other is the Bravo area. You can see that Bravo house fairly well. And the final part is the other part. Whoops. Wait to heal. The other part of Charlie is viewable from down here. So I personally don't consider this greenhouse to be a really great place to hang out. It's I value my cover too much to spend a lot of time on this greenhouse, but there are a few times when maybe it could be useful to you. Another area is this window up here. So, when you play Team Deathmatch on Estate, it always seems that one team ends up getting holed up in this house. So what people do is they come in here and they jump on this balcony and then they go to war. But what they forget is to clean out this window. Never come into the house without checking out this window first. You'll typically find between 1 and 3 guys either standing in this room or standing on the balcony over here looking out windows for kills. So 1 to 3 kills get you pretty deep into your kill streak. But I have a spot I like even more if my team is being patient and not rushing into the house and getting there first. And it's right here. So if you sit here with an assault rifle, the people that come on that porch have the entire greenhouse side of the map to scan. They need to look in the greenhouse, they need to look to the right of the greenhouse, they need to look where I am, and all they can see is pretty much my helmet. Meanwhile, I have full body shots, no homo, at the guys coming out of this window. So the profile that I have to shoot at is so much easier than the profile that they have to shoot at. And there's another cool thing. These wooden steps and this wooden deck is the only way to get to this spot, aside from down there, but we're assuming they're holed up in the house. So that means that if you have a headset, they're loud, and it gives me an opportunity to defend myself if they're coming around from there or from there. So I can usually, it's pretty common that I get up to 5 kills just waiting for people to come out of this deck and then defending myself once or twice from this area, and then that gets me to the kill streaks. And the kill streaks turn ordinary players like me into gods. So if you get to 5, there's a better than average chance that I'm going to get to 9 and I'll have a Harrier and a Pablo in the air together doing damage. So to take the Charlie flag, or better yet, to defend the Charlie flag, everybody knows that this level here is a pretty good place to defend the Charlie flag. And another thing that makes it good is you can defend yourself from those steps or from these steps with cover. So the counter to this area is not running up these steps and hoping for the best, because you're going to be in some trouble and it's going to be a challenge. The counter to that spot is the roof. So looking here, you see these logs? If I jump on these logs and walk all the way up to this building, it won't jump. You see this little stutter? That doesn't get me anything. So you need to back up just a tiny bit and jump up like this. And this is the counter to people holed up in that C area. They typically don't look for you here. You get all the time you want. You can peek through the windows, and then once you find them, maybe staring out the window or staring at the steps, you do your job and take them out. The other thing is you can go on the roof here. This roof jump doesn't always work. I was testing it and it worked every time, so I couldn't find an area that it wasn't working just recently. But if you aim for these pillars, it's guaranteed to work. So I typically walk up to one of these if I want to get on the roof. However, like the greenhouse, I value my cover too much, and I find that this area, maybe I get 1 or 2 kills by surprise, but then you got to get out because you're in a lot of danger here. there's another thing I wanted to show you guys. For capture the flag, ideally you have a silenced weapon. If you're defending the flag, this is a great spot to be. The flag is right about there, if I remember right. And you can sit here and defend the flag for 2 or 3 kills and kick off a streak. When that's finished, you can go on this roof, lay completely prone, and defend your flag. So between that spot and this one, you should be able to reach 5 fairly consistently. And 5 kicks off to 7, which can kick off to 9 or 11 and turn an ordinary game into a great one. So that's a good spot to be. This is by no means a secret spot, but this area of the map is cold. No one goes in this area of the map. And in Domination especially. That area of the map by Bravo and this area of the map up here is hot. So if you already have Bravo, then rather than defend it from, say, here, one of the hottest areas of the map where you're not apt to last very long, defend it from over here. And you can get 2 or 3 kills, or maybe 2 is better than 3, before you need to move on to another spot, because no one's going to be looking for you here. And it's nice and cold, and they'll come down that hill, they'll head towards Bravo, and you can get your kills. On this Bravo flag, I think it's fairly well known by now, but you can cap this flag from outside the building. And this does a couple of things. Especially if you have teammates inside the building capping the flag already, and maybe there's a guy up there defending, then you can finish the job from outside the building. Because a lot of times they'll come, they'll kill the guys that are inside, and not know about the guy that is outside. This is especially true if they're coming from Charlie. So you can lay here and finish the job even if the guys inside die first. So that's my quick tour of Estate. I hope that there was at least something here you hadn't seen before. But what I'm going to do is something different, because I felt like this isn't complete, like maybe my high-rise video could have been. And I'm going to accept video responses on this. If you have a capture card and I left out something good, then a nice way to get some views on your channel, let people discover you, would be to post a video response. I will accept any video response having to do with good spots on high-rise to defend, to attack, to do your thing from. And that'll get you some exposure on your channel if you have a channel. If you don't have a capture card and you just want to share something that you haven't seen before, or share something that maybe someone else hasn't seen before, then write it in the comments. And if it's outstanding, if it's a spot that I think really deserves some attention, then I'll make the video for you and I'll post it as a video response. And before long, we'll all get better at this game, and the little community that we've got here on the YouTube channel will start helping each other. So I hope that you guys saw at least one thing new, and until next time, keep gaming.